Once a boy with the world at his feet, now a shadow of his former self. Marcus Rashford was Manchester United's golden child, a wonder kid who rose from the streets of Wythenshawe to the theatre of dreams. But something changed. The hunger, the passion, the fire, it all started to fade. From dazzling debuts to lackluster performances, from fan favourite to fierce criticism, Rashford's journey has taken a dark turn. What happened to the boy who was destined for greatness? Is there still a way back? Or has Manchester United finally lost patience? This is the story of Marcus Rashford, from prodigy to troubled child. Marcus Rashford was born on October 31st, 1997 in Wythenshawe, a working-class area in Manchester. Raised by his single mother, Melanie, Rashford's early life was far from easy. His mother worked multiple jobs to support her family, often skipping meals so her children could eat. Football was Rashford's escape, a passion that gave him hope in a tough environment. From a young age, it was clear that Rashford had an extraordinary talent for the game. At just 5 years old, he began playing for Fletcher Moss Rangers, a club renowned for nurturing young talents. His skill and determination quickly caught the attention of Manchester United scouts, and at the age of 7, he joined the club's academy. As Rashford progressed through United's youth system, his development was remarkable. He possessed a rare combination of pace, intelligence, and finishing ability that set him apart from his peers. His coaches spoke highly of his work ethic and hunger to succeed. He idolized Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, hoping to follow in their footsteps and become a United legend. By the time he reached the U18s, Rashford was already making waves. His performances for United's youth teams showcased his immense potential, and he was fast-tracked into the first-team setup under Louis van Gaal. On February 25, 2016, fate intervened. An injury crisis forced Van Gaal to call up the 18-year-old Rashford for a Europa League match against Midtjylland. What followed was nothing short of a fairy tale. Rashford scored twice on his debut, instantly making himself known to the football world. Just 3 days later, he did it again, netting another brace against Arsenal in the Premier League. The world had found its new wonder kid. Manchester United fans adored him. The media celebrated him as England's next big thing. He was humble, hard-working, and carried himself with a maturity beyond his years. He wasn't just a footballer, he was a role model. Under Jose Mourinho and later Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Rashford continued to grow. He delivered in big moments, scoring in Manchester derbies, netting crucial goals in Champions League nights, and stepping up in penalty shootouts. His best season came in 2019/20 when he scored 22 goals in all competitions. He was instrumental in United's attack, linking up well with Anthony Martial and Bruno Fernandes. Fans believed he was finally evolving into the world-class player they had hoped for. Off the pitch, Rashford was making an impact as well. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he launched a campaign to provide free school meals for underprivileged children. His efforts forced the UK government to change its policy, earning him an MBE for his contributions. He was more than a footballer, he was a national hero. However, things began to change. Injuries disrupted Rashford's form, and his struggles on the pitch became more evident. His body language changed. He looked disinterested, less aggressive, and often drifted through games without making an impact. When Erik ten Hag arrived at Manchester United, there was hope that Rashford could rediscover his best form. And for a while, he did. In the 2022/23 season, he enjoyed a resurgence, scoring 30 goals in all competitions. He looked sharper, more confident, and determined to prove his doubters wrong. But just as quickly as he rose again, he fell. The 2023/24 season saw a return of the same issues: lackluster performances, poor attitude, and questionable decisions off the pitch. The Rashford that once electrified Old Trafford seemed to be fading away. With the arrival of Ruben Amorim as United's new manager, Rashford had an opportunity to reset. But instead of seizing it, he made a baffling decision. flying to the US for a holiday just as Amorim was getting started. While others fought for their place in the team, Rashford appeared uninterested. Amorim quickly took note and made his stance clear. There's nothing personal, but Marcus needs to change if he wants to play. The message was simple: talent alone is not enough. Hard work, professionalism, and commitment are what truly matter. Rashford is now at a crossroads. He is no longer the golden boy of Manchester United. He is no longer undroppable. If he does not take this opportunity seriously, he could find himself on the fringes of the squad, or worse, out of the club entirely. One of Rashford's biggest downfalls has been his off-the-pitch distractions. Early in his career, he was praised for his humility and dedication. But in recent years, he has become more known for his lifestyle than his footballing ability. Reports of late-night partying, nightclub appearances before crucial matches, and a general lack of discipline have become common. His training performances have reportedly dropped, and there are whispers that his attitude has frustrated multiple managers. Instead of focusing on perfecting his craft like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, Rashford has seemingly embraced the lifestyle of a celebrity rather than a top-level footballer. Marcus Rashford's future is hanging in the balance, and the direction he chooses in the next few months will determine whether he resurrects his career or fades into obscurity. There are several possible scenarios for how things could play out. Scenario 1: redemption and a new chapter at Manchester United. If Rashford can regain his focus and commitment, he still has the talent to turn things around at United. Amorim is known for developing young players and demanding high standards, but if Rashford is willing to embrace that challenge, he could thrive again. He must rediscover his hunger, improve his work ethic, and prove that he deserves to wear the Manchester United badge. This would require a complete change in mindset, cutting out off-the-pitch distractions, showing more intensity in training, and delivering consistently on match days. If he does that, he could become a key figure in United's rebuild under Amorim. Scenario 2: a move abroad for a fresh start. If Rashford cannot regain his best form at United, he may look for a fresh start elsewhere. A move to a new league, perhaps La Liga, Serie A, or even PSG in League One, could offer him a different environment and less media pressure. Some clubs might still see Rashford as an exciting project, believing that with the right guidance, he can rediscover his peak. However, leaving Manchester United would be a huge decision. It would mean walking away from the club that raised him and facing the challenge of adapting to a new football culture. Scenario 3: a gradual decline into mediocrity. The worst-case scenario is that Rashford continues down his current path, showing flashes of brilliance but never truly fulfilling his potential. If he fails to change his attitude and commitment, he could slowly fade away, becoming a rotation player before eventually being moved on to a mid-table club. Football is ruthless. If Rashford does not take action now, the game will move on without him. Manchester United fans have seen it happen before with other talents who failed to live up to expectations. Marcus Rashford's story is far from over, but the next chapter is his to write. Will he rise again, proving his doubters wrong and reclaiming his place among football's elite? Or will he fade away, remembered not for his talent, but for the potential he never fulfilled? Football is a ruthless game. There are no guarantees, no second chances for those who take success for granted. Rashford once captured the hearts of Manchester United fans. Now, he stands at a crossroads. The question is, does he still have the fire, the hunger, the passion to fight for his legacy? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the clock is ticking.